Yeah, bro, we were just watching a fucking video right now about
Oh yeah, I was telling them.
Joey Flex and Russ Swole and Swolefessor, all right?
It was Swolefessor?
Swolefessor. That's just crazy.
Swolefessor?
Like professor?
Professor
Yeah.
Bud Swole.
Yeah.
He's still going. He's always at the UFC. Cheers.
Cheers. The Core Project, episode 2.
Already finished my beer.
Here with Rogelio Perez, Gilbert Ibarra,
What's up?
and myself, Rad, and Endure Athletics, man. Endure Athletics.
Give me a beer real quick.
Podcast number 2.
Get the other one.
Purple one?
Yeah.
Should I go to Bodega or what?
No.
Nah, we were, man, but they were closed. Surprisingly. So we went to this HEB and had a good selection, so I was
Oh
like,
shit.
let's just try some different shit.
Berry.
Next time we can do like coffee. Anyways.
Oh, fuck, no, not at night.
Hey, man, Arnold, big time. Let us know, dude. How did it go? How was the experience, bro?
The experience was good, dude. It was very, I think the first days as we got there, I was just still very concerned about the weight. And, that was just a whole priority. So luckily, like, we went to go work out. Got cardio done. We didn't go Thursday, right?
No. We went to Row Fitness Thursday.
Yeah, so Thursday we just kind of
Chilled out. Settled
got
in.
our shit in, settled in.
Check
Went
out.
to Row to at least move around a little bit. Or we saw Creed 3 that day.
You bought some weights too?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, how was that shit, Creed 3? Because I got some fucking shit about that, dude.
I didn't even watch it.
Honestly.
I was fucking.
Dude, you fell asleep towards the end.
I was like low key
saw-
buzzing.
You,
I saw like at the beginning.
well, it's because you started drinking Call, right?
Yeah, I got clouded out.
Um, I liked it, bro. But,
Were you disappointed that Rocky wasn't in it, though?
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Did it make it like less, make it like a 7 maybe?
Because, so, even at that, right, like, let's say Rocky wasn't in it, but they at least would say, like, what happened. But they didn't even address anything. Like, say,
Nothing
like,
at all?
like Rocky moves or
Passed away or something?
it's just forgotten about.
Damn.
That's what's like a little bit
I looked it up and it said that
what happened.
he wasn't in agreement with the whole lineup and the outline
Yeah.
of the movie. So
But even at then, like, okay, close that up
let
a
us
certain way.
end him somehow.
Yeah.
Cut him
like
out of
he
the-
moved or he's with his, I don't know, or was it his son?
Yeah, because that was his coach. I mean, it's a big deal, you know. So they're all wondering who his coach is. Who the fuck was coaching him in the movie?
He was kind of like already.
the other
like,
guy, the one that would train at the Creed gym,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that he teams up with, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like it didn't throw it off, but I was telling Gibbs and wanted to kind of like the movie as far as like when you're growing, and even though you've been through certain shit, some people sometimes feel like they deserve you to pull them up with them because you came up and somehow they were around you at a certain time.
That's what you got from the movie.
Yeah,
That's
so,
dope.
like-
I can see that because of the previews and what it's about. That's
Yeah.
dope, dude.
And
That's
it's
dope.
like,
it's relatable.
hey, we all fucked up to a certain point, but it doesn't mean just because we were together through our bad times or whatever, means I have to like fully give you my whole hand and bring you up with me.
Yeah.
Even though in a way he does end up doing that, and nothing good comes out of it. It just fucking shoots him in the ass.
It's a good way to put that. It's a good way to take that from that movie. Though.
But yeah, I don't know, just kind of made me reflect on that shit a little bit.
So that's perfect to see before the meet then. So you saw the movie Creed, and
Yeah.
and then
The next day we trained,
Yeah.
fucking early in the morning, like at 7,
Went to
8
Pro
a.m.
Gym.
Pro gym, bodybuilding gym.
you trained too.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you do?
I had to train. I had programmed
No
to
shit.
do like 65%
What the fuck?
on my snatch, clean and jerk, and my front squats.
This was the day before.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the problem was when we looked up the pictures, there was pictures popping out from a different gym, and it showed they had bumper plates,
Yep.
like a row setup.
Yeah. So
And-
that's why you went there. Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, badass. Like they have at least some stuff we can get by.
Looks big
And
in
then-
the fucking pictures.
Yeah, and then I asked the front, and I was like, hey, y'all have, I couldn't see them as we're walking in. So yeah, we have a little bit of everything. There was no fucking bumper plates or badass bars. It was all straight up bodybuilding shit. So I was like, fuck it, gotta get this shit done. So I did everything in like small little, smaller than that, like an old school bodybuilding cage.
Yeah.
Just did my ollie lifts inside it from like
Like
a
the one
hand-
at Joe's, the white one, by the garage door.
smaller,
Smaller
more
than
compact.
that. What the fuck?
Like same tallness, whatever, but like more
Smaller, yeah.
inner.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fuck it, I had to get it done, you know. So got it done. Did more cardio. That was Friday.
That was
Yeah, we got
Friday.
there Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Still doing super low carbs, fucking spitting, doing the hot baths as best as we could, but the fucking water was all over the place.
Yeah, fuck
We
that.
stayed in the sauna for a while. And then the next day, oh no, we even went to the weigh-in place because the scales were already set up, and I weighed myself there.
The day before.
And it showed I was still over. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? But we had just ate. So then at that point, it's like, I was telling them, hey, maybe we should just come in super early in the morning, weigh myself early in the morning. And if I'm at weight, cool. But if I'm not, then why are we going to waste our day? Because I wouldn't wait until 4 p.m. So why would I waste my whole day waiting until 4 p.m. for them to tell me I can't compete, and then our whole day is gone? So I was like, let's just go super early in the morning, see where my weight's at, and go from there. But instead what we did, we're like, we're gonna go train again. So then Saturday morning I still trained. I did like 40 minutes of cardio
Yeah.
on the fucking bike. On the bike I did 25 minutes, and then the other 15 on an incline treadmill that morning. And I was just sipping on black coffee the whole day,
And
just
shitting.
to diuretic, like everything out. And I just hopefully assume that hopefully at 4 p.m. I'm at weight. Did another hot bath right before we went in, and yeah, dude, finally weighed in, what, 2 kilos under?
Mm-hmm.
So,
So what were you at the day before? You were at 211?
212.
I was in like 97.5.
Okay.
So yeah, like 97.5. That's a kilo and a half over. So like, I guess you could say in what?
Half a pound.
No, 97.5 minus.
Oh.
No, like 2 kilos, right? No, 3 kilos.
Yeah.
To 94.5.
Oh.
Yeah, 3 kilos. That's like almost 7 pounds in a day.
Fuck.
24 hours. And I had Skip started sending me like some stuff from Noriega, and I was reading like, hey, like maybe like the first thing I should have done was like a cleanse. Like get rid of that little extra weight that you're carrying around.
Yep.
But at that point I'm like, I don't want to go buy fucking laxatives or something like that.
The day before.
I'm like, what if I freaking end up having like stomach issues as I'm lifting? I'm like, no, like I don't know how I'm gonna react to that. I'm like, I should have done that a week out. So I was just kind of, I was like, no, I'll just do the coffee and hopefully that does the trick. But that's where I was like, I was trying not to make excuses, but I was also not like, hey, like we paid to come out here, right? But if we want to enjoy ourselves, like, yeah, we came out here for the comp, but if I'm not gonna hit weight, like, let's just go enjoy the day. But then I was like, no, you know what? Well, fuck it. I was like, let's just run it all the way to 4 p.m. and if I don't weigh in, then the expo's right there.
You're in the trenches in that moment, so
Yeah.
you're kind of like, you're like, fuck, man. Like you're telling yourself, I'm not gonna make weight because of where you're at, you know. And it's just like, well, fuck it. What's my plan B, you know? But at the same time, it's like you went back and you're like, fuck the plan B. We only have a plan A. That's
Yeah.
why we're fucking here, you know. And it's like, I had no doubt you were gonna drop the weight.
I was like,
Well-
if at 4, yes, at 4, right, they're not, at 4, I'm gonna come in all the way up to 4 p.m., right? Because after that, I can't do shit. But as of right now, my commitment's till 4 p.m. And then from right there, we'll see what's next. Because I think at the same time, it was kind of like, well, fuck, I don't want to show up and then be told, hey, you can't compete. And then you're done. And then you didn't even kind of show face. I'm like, no, fuck it, like, just own up to your shit. Like, if anything, at the end of the day, it's my fault for not
Yeah.
prepping up in advance better.
Yeah.
Although I was getting help from like a nutritionist, right, or someone who does nutrition work. Regardless, I'm like, the blame goes back to me. Like, I'm not gonna be here fucking pointing fingers.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I was like, let's just fucking own up to it. Show up at 4 p.m. See what happens. I was like, and if not, that should at least fucking fire me up to like, hey, next time I can't allow this shit to happen.
So where do you think, my next question is, like, where do you think it all fucked up in the prep? Like, because you said you had a nutritionist helping you out and stuff. Like, where do you think it all fucked up? Like, in what part of the nutrition did you feel like, okay, I'm not losing any weight that I should be losing? Or I'm not at weight right now, I'm still a little, some over. Because you sit at that weight, right? You sit at like 212, right?
No, so I think I would say like at 214,
Okay, 214.
but I don't know, somewhere along the lines, I just kind of stopped watching what I was eating, and my body would just start naturally sitting more like at 217,
Yeah.
218. I wasn't really hitting 220, but you know, below that.
Yeah, right there.
So then when I started working with the nutrition coach, she had me eating a lot. She's like, hey, this is your performance right now. You're competing.
Yeah.
So I was wanting to lean out, right? Like I wanted to lean out for the summer. But she was like, the competition's first. You gotta perform. So you gotta eat to perform. And I was like, cool, got it. So I was fucking getting carbs up the ass, like shit ton of carbs that I've never really ate before. But my body was dropping weight. I dropped all the way down to 214. So I was like, man, maybe there's a way I should be eating where I can eat more while still losing weight, but I actually been depriving myself from food. Like I haven't been feeding my body enough. So, cool, I dropped to 214. And then I had some days where like I wasn't hitting my macros to the T, but for the most part I was still pretty spot on. And I kind of just saw my body go back to like 215, 216. And then it got to the point where I was like, man, you know what? I'm pretty sure I could do this cut myself. But I think by the time I started implementing like my low carb dieting without cardio,
Got it.
the pound wasn't falling off as fast as I used to.
And in your mind, did you feel like you kept looking at the scale and you're like, let's just say, right, I'm 6-7 pounds over. I could lose that in a week. Is that what you were telling yourself?
Because that's what usually would happen.
Yeah, you were telling, like, you were like,
the
I'm
last
good,
meet
I'm
I
good.
did, I dropped to 211, bro, like in 3-4 days, just by cutting out my carbs, and I would go do like 20 minutes of like
It's all water
cycling.
weight. It's all water
Yeah.
weight.
So it was just like, damn, like, you know, I could do the same thing. But then, yeah, just kind of seeing all that happen, I was like, fuck, bro, like, you know, like what's going on? Is it because of stress or whatever? I don't know. Life is that my body's not fluctuating.
It's not dropping the way you want it to drop.
Yeah, but
Because you usually sit at a good weight.
yeah.
So for it not to drop, that's probably stressful already, you know?
And then the worst thing was like even when I was thinking about 96 and my head in pounds, I was thinking that's 212. But it's not 212, it's 211. So that's like, you know, even that little bit more, it's like, fuck, like, okay, I gotta.
The kilo numbers will fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's how they weigh us in too. So it's kind of like, fuck, man, I need to be like 89. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like if I don't see 89, 90, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. And those little things, bro, like the scale that I had here, I bought a whole new scale. But I don't know if it's just I gotta find the right place in the floor that.
It is,
Steven,
bro.
It just throws it all off.
So when I went on this last prep, I took my scale with me everywhere. On the
Yep.
plane, fucking to nationals, I took it with me, like everywhere, because it was the same thing. Like even if I was already at weight, I wanted to, and I know we preach it, like stay off the scale, don't worry about it for now. You're gonna fucking fuck your mind up. But you're competing, it's like you
No, I
wanna
gotta know.
you wanna know where the fuck you're at.
Yeah.
So every like 2 hours, I was checking my weight. You know what I mean? Because you're so like passionate and you really want to hit this fucking weight. You know, it's like it's crazy, dude. It's frustrating, very frustrating, bro. But those hot tubs, they help a lot. Those hot little soaks, they help a lot, bro, a lot. And at first I was like, okay, if I do this, am I gonna fuck with my strength? Like I'm gonna fuck with the way that I feel? You know what I mean? But it did it. And then luckily for us, like we weigh in the day before. Y'all don't.
Yeah.
That's
And I think
that's fucking tough.
I was telling Gibbs, I think I felt it a little bit on my last attempt on the clean and jerk.
Yeah, you're tired.
I felt just like a little more drained.
Your body is fucking stressed,
Like,
bro.
even though I wanted to be like very fast getting under,
Just
it
didn't
just
have
felt like I don't know. It just kind of wasn't. I guess it wasn't there. And
Do
I
you
was
feel like you rushed the last attempt at all?
no, I just felt like
So the
I didn't
ammonia
want
slapped
to.
your
So
face.
huh?
The ammonia slapped your face.
The ammonia kicked my ass. That was a strong ammonia. I will say that. I was like crying going up to the barbell. Almost like when you hit it too
I
hard.
fucking love that shit.
So I was just like, fuck, man. But then I didn't want to take too long. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Because as I was watching, I watched your first attempt, I watched your second attempt, and then I watched your third, and I was like, man, like this dude like looks like a vet up there, like for real. Like he looked like a vet. Like you were taking your time, you were walking up, getting your stuff done, you're walking up, and then that last one came about, and I feel like you just fucking walked up and did it, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. But I mean, it looked like it was there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
It was one of those attempts again that like the last time that I competed here, that it was just getting my elbows under.
mhm.
And I have been having like some issues with this finger just fucking bleeding from like here or here. And
From the knurling and shit. Or
if you look at it, I had it taped up because it would just start bleeding, and I would feel it. I don't know, for some reason it's been catching it weird on the barbell, and I will feel this finger just like bleeding,
oh shit.
and it kind of like throws me off a bit.
Yeah.
So like I would catch, and then I have to like throw the bar up and like re-grab it
Yeah.
and make sure I have like a full grip on it. But yeah, even at then, like just by that attempt, I was feeling a little drained already,
Yeah.
and I don't think I felt like that in meets prior. But I would say maybe it was a little bit because of the water cut.
Dude, you did fucking awesome,
But-
bro. Honestly, that's the best I've ever seen you lift. I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this dude looks legit out here. Like,
Yeah,
all
dude.
your lifts
Yep.
look solid, bro.
It was a lot of mobility
You
work,
looked awesome,
man.
bro.
Like,
You looked awesome.
it's and that's where like you'll see it at the end of the video, but like we were talking about, like there can be like just so many excuses, right? Like being put into like, oh, well, this is why I didn't compete, or like, how do I say it? Like, just make up excuses for everything. Like, this is why
Like
I
a
can't get my
shield.
weight. Yeah, like things to say like, oh, my meat could have gone better if I would have done this. It doesn't fucking matter. Like,
You're
you're
there,
there in that moment. Fucking,
Yeah.
you've already committed to it. Like, do your fucking best, and that's all you can count on. Like, doing your best.
And then always keep
There's
it real
no
with
point
yourself.
after, like in the end, like I'm happy, yeah, with what I did. When people were asking me like, oh, like, like, I don't know, they're like congratulating me, and I'm just like, no, it went good. But it's like, well, I could have done better, and they're like, well, like, are you happy with that? It's like, it's not that I'm not happy. It's just that, like, I know I got more.
Yeah, but they don't get it, bro. And
Yeah.
not everybody that, you're
And that was the Arnold too.
a passionate dude, bro. For me, I mean, for us guys, it's like, we know you're not satisfied. But I also know that you went to the fucking Arnold. You would have never thought you'd be doing that in some years back. And then some years back, you were kind of like, I don't think that's my goal.
Yeah.
And then you ended up doing it. So I think that's pretty badass. So that's an accomplishment. But
Yeah.
fuck
No,
no.
and that's where, like, I say it, like, this whole week, like, and I think about that, I'm like, man, like, I remember even just saying, like, it'll be cool to go compete at the Arnold.
And you did, dude.
And I'm like, and it happened. But, it's just, like, cool, yeah, there's progress there, and, like, now you just gotta, stick to the script.
Yeah.
And
Did it
keep
make
going.
Did it make you more hungry? Like, did it make you more passionate about the sport? Or do you still feel kind of like you want to do other shit? Because, I mean, for me, like, if I walked into the cage at the Arnold and I came back, I'd be like, fuck, like, what else we're going to do next? What are we going to do next? You know what I mean? Let's reach something else. Because, like, now you have that advantage of being to the Arnold before. Like, what's your next goal? You do another local in the Arnold again next year? Or what's up?
So my next goal in weightlifting is I want to hit finals. So there's 3 meets. It's the series. There's 2 of them. It's usually like I would say like the East Coast and the West Coast ones.
Oh.
And then there's finals, which you need a bigger total to qualify for that. And then there's nationals, which sounds weird. I don't even know the total for that one. I just found out about that one today.
Yeah.
I don't even know a whole lot about this, like the way the sport works in a way.
Yeah, it's a little complicated when they explain it, too. I'm kind of like, what the
But this one, like I know what total I need for this one. So I'm like worried about hitting that total first.
Okay.
What is the total?
It's like a 291 kilos.
Time
And
to
I'm still
work.
like at 226.
Time to work. Hell yeah.
Because I feel like at least me hitting that, I feel like that at least puts me in a bracket of like, okay, this is a good weightlifter.
Yeah.
Because like here, I still feel like yeah, this guy's been consistent, he's putting in work. But usually like somebody who's in these two, like I feel like they've at least been in the game longer. Like they've committed more time to that sport.
I don't know, to me, bro, I feel like this is just the beginning for you. Like, you went to the Arnold now. Now it's like, okay, now you open that door of like,
Yeah.
I'm committed to this sport. Because, let's be real, a year ago, you were kind of like, didn't know if you wanted to continue doing this shit. As
No,
far
and
as
it's because
competing.
I like doing other shit. Like, so don't get me wrong. Like, I have my bucket list of like fitness things I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah, I want to hit a certain total over here. But like, I want to do a fucking Ironman. I want to do a fucking marathon someday. I want to do a bodybuilding show. Like, I don't care if I'm the fucking best, but I want to do it.
Yeah. Resume.
Yeah, like, I want that shit like checked off my list before I die. So, to me, like, I look at this little off season, I'm like, well, fuck it. I can run a half marathon. It might not be the best, but I can run it next month. But fuck it, it's on my list. And I just still go back to my main shit, which is this, because I gotta be. I feel like a half marathon, like, you know, everyone can go just kind of run that prep a month, even if you walk a bit.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna gain fucking 60 kilos on your total in 2 months, you know. So, like
Yeah.
with this, is like I gotta commit to it long term.
Yeah. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
This whole
So,
kilo shit's confusing.
but then you see, you know, there's CrossFitters who are like doing conditioning shit, and they're still competing in these other things. Well, in weightlifting,
Yeah.
but maybe because it's weightlifting and there's in CrossFit too. But they're doing both, and they're still somehow performing well in this other one.
But are they doing what you're doing as far as being a coach?
Yes, so that's like the only other thing, right? Like even right now, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in off season, but I told myself I was gonna take a step back into growing the business. So, I don't know, just putting a bunch of things in play and like seeing like, okay, what can I actually do? Even though now the main focus is this for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can balance it out, dude.
yeah,
Figure it out.
I think it just comes to creating a plan,
yeah,
right?
sitting down, putting something on paper, man.
But yeah, that's where I'm like the excuses are not valid. Like in a way, we can get shit done. We fucking actually want to.
Mhm.
So
I agree.
there's no like I'm not gonna be pointing fingers. If there's something that we need to get done,
You gotta get it
Then-
done.
on you.
You gotta do
Yeah.
it yourself.
yep.
You know. Last question. So, whole Arnold, weight cut, stressful. You went through a legit prep, bro. Like these videos you see on the internet of these guys stressing out on prep, losing weight and shit. You went through that. Like, what's something that you would have done differently, regardless of having a nutritionist and all that shit? Like, what's something you would have done differently to keep that weight where you needed to be?
I would just stay there from the beginning. I feel like I didn't have issues with that in the past,
Yeah.
so I'd just stay there in the beginning.
Just maintain it.
Yeah. Even at, I could see maybe like 5 pounds and playing it right.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see people, like, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. Like, even Richie, you'll see them, like, do, like, crazy cuts and then gain it all back in a day or something, like, after weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Like, rehydrating, IVs. But I would assume in a way that somewhat's gotta be, like, it's gotta affect your body, you know? Like,
Performance.
removing all that and then, like, gain all that
Bring it all
back
Yeah.
to qualify for, but I don't know. Then it's weird because you're also doing it to I think you're doing that to qualify for like a lower body weight class.
And believe it or not, a lot of people fucking do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that shit, and they like boast about it. Like,
So-
I lose all this weight and I gain it all back, get IV'd right before, like, and they're ready to fucking go.
It might be like a science too, right? And well, in this case, think about it. Like, I did it to just compete at the same weight. What if I sat 205 and I did a cut to compete at the 195s, and then gain it all back in 24 hours or those 2 hours hydrating
That's
or whatever?
insane.
That might be that might be a different ballgame. That like, okay, that's in my advantage. But at the same time, I can't be like too far off, you know?
What's happened to me? Like, I weighed in at 193,
Okay.
and I went all the way up to 205.
In a day.
Okay, but like, was 205 the weight you would sit at?
No. So right now I'm sitting at like 209, 210.
Okay, so then I guess because like what I was
So I'm like 10 pounds.
Okay.
10, 11 pounds. Which for me, like, I know my body, and I know I can lose fucking 10 pounds quick. Because, you know, for example, like, there's some days I'll wake up, and I'm like fucking 208. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Like, I can see how my body works. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Depending on what you eat the day
depending
before.
what I eat, you know what I mean? If I get on a strict-ass diet, I'll lose it fast. Kind of like what you were thinking. You know what I mean? On that, so. But losing that 35 pounds for me was like a big deal. And I was like, okay, I learned a lot about myself physically. So it's like, I know what I would have to do to get back on this same diet and do the same fucking thing. It was a basic bodybuilding shit. You start off at, you know, your high calorie intake and it just tapers down.
all the way until where you need to hit your weight. And if you hit your weight early on, you can play with the calories now and add a little more, you know. And it all just worked out. It worked out that way. And it was basic, dude. It was basic diet. I didn't do nothing special. And it just worked. It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
But it worked, you know. But now I don't have to do that because I'm like right there, you know.
Yeah,
I don't have to do a
too
whole
hard.
like fucking 35 pounds anymore. Now I can just easily diet in there. You know?
Yeah, I think that might work out in people's favors, like maybe like dropping like 10 pounds or something like that. But I feel like if you've been training at like let's say you've been training at 205, and you do a cut to hit 195 to compete in the 195s, then the point is that as soon as you weigh in, you're able to hydrate and eat up to get your body weight back to that 205, the weight that your body is used to training. Because if you just put on a pound or two on top of the 195, your body's still not fucking used to that.
No.
Like you need to get your body back in that
100%.
minimal time back to
100%.
that weight that it's comfortable at. If not, it's you're probably gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. Very true. I agree, dude.
And yeah, I don't even know, but I weigh myself.
Like my body was talking to me after I fucking weighed in. It was like, you need to eat something. Because I know like if I would have just meal prep, regular fucking meal preps and shit, I wouldn't have felt good.
No.
I know it, dude. I had to go eat. We went straight to Denny's. I got me a fucking fat ass burger. Fucking threw it down. Fucking next hour, bro, I was like, I'm fucking ready to go. Like I'm fucking fuming. I'm ready to fucking lift. You know, I needed that shit. My body needed it. You know, and other people would say different, like, keep eating your clean shit. Yeah. But fuck, my body was telling me like.
But
hey,
but
You
you
know?
had the whole day though. Like even
Yeah, I
if-
had the whole day to eat,
Yeah,
bro. The whole
so
day.
That's what would have been cool because like it's
You only
like,
had, what,
let
2
me
hours?
Yeah, let me go have a big ass cheat meal. So I had to kind of play it right. I was like, okay, well if I only have the 2 hour gap, I need to get very little fats, but my protein and my carbs.
Yeah.
So I pretty much made my own carb my carb drink, the fucking gallon, just a bunch of electrolytes, and I poured cherry tart juice in it, and then it was like that sushi bowl, and it was like 40 grams of protein, and then like 90 grams of carbs, and then the rest was just on candies and fucking.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, and then I got a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
And you felt good?
That was it. After that, I was like, okay, like I'm a little bit full, but I'm not like excessively like,
yeah.
fuck, I can't lift.
Move, yeah.
But I'm like, all right, you know, we're good, and then the rest I'll enjoy after I'm done. But it was good, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Well,
It's-
congratulations.
It's a good experience. I'll say.
Congratulations, man. Like, fuck the numbers, but, like, did Brittany tell you anything about, like, where you were at as far as, like, a weightlifter in the competition?
No, she just pretty much said, you know, that like she was proud of me, cause like at the end of the day, like, it's progress, bro. Like you go,
Yeah.
like
I
you were
agree.
competing at local meets and now you compete at a national meet. And she was even telling me too, like, hey, there might have been some numbers that we did at the local meet, here that they wouldn't give you here. So like the fact that you still came in here and won PR to snatch, and also hit certain clean and jerk numbers that they're more strict on here, like that's still like very good. But it's like anything, bro. You just check off a box like, cool, I did this, and you're already thinking of like what's
The next thing to
goal?
do.
Fuck. Well, now I want this. So like,
Yeah.
Like you haven't even gave yourself time to like congratulate yourself. But yeah, I think to a certain degree, like a lot of us are like that.
Well, cheers, man. Arnold, first Arnold, dude. Awesome. Many more to go. I can't wait to fucking check the Arnold out, dude. It looked like a bunch of fun, man. Sucks the animal pack isn't there anymore, though.
I do think, yeah, dude. I don't know. There's a lot of big brands that I think before, like I would watch YouTube videos and you would expect to see like
All those badass brands, bro.
everybody. And I don't know if something just kind of happened or why.
Well, people were saying that the animal pack, that bodybuilding is like dominating animal pack. So now they're like over the top with bodybuilding instead of powerlifting and other strength type
Okay.
of stuff, you know? So it's like less of that, so there's no more cage, you know?
Oh.
And then when COVID hit, they canceled the Arnold, and the cage was gonna be a part of it when COVID hit. So after that, it kind of just stopped
Yeah.
everything.
They usually hype up the Arnold, but it wasn't too hyped this year.
It looked
Like,
huge,
everybody-
though.
It was big though, bro.
It looked fucking huge.
I mean, I was even thinking about it business perspective because Gibbs was saying, is it Russ? I think that was saying that like it was like 12 grand or something for a booth.
For a booth there.
And I'm like, you gotta think about it like, hey, well, my business is growing without me going to this expo.
Yeah.
why am I gonna spend
12
grand
grand.
to go over there?
Yeah, it's not the same anymore anyways.
Yeah. Now if I have like the leftover money, then let's do it.
Fuck it, yeah.
So
You have it. Do it.
yeah.
I know you wanted to talk about some stuff. What's up?
Me? Shit. No, what we're talking about?
You wanted to talk about
USPR.
you're dropping
Yeah,
weight.
not a part.
You're dropping weight and like your goals, your next goals.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just giving myself a little break from powerlifting. I'm still squatting, benching, deadlifting, but not for strength, just for looking good, performing good, focusing on more coaching. Yeah, just getting people better. And I checked my weight Monday, and I was at 256, which is like 31 pounds in 3 months. So I'm proud of that.
It's badass.
So
dude.
31.
20 more pounds to go, so I reach my goal.
Is there a weight that you want to hit and stay at, or you just want to?
I want to see where I'm at 230. I feel good. If I feel like I'm still carrying like some like body fat, probably maybe 220ish.
Keep
But
working
my
at
goal
it?
is like 230 first. See
Okay.
like how I sit, feel, and I'm like, all right, I could do better than 220. Because originally I was like 210, like when I first started the weight loss, and I started
Okay.
like powerlifting and eating a little better than fucking
Like
starting
when we were
myself.
training at heavy metal, you were like at 210.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen some.
You
pictures,
probably
bro.
look way different now, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, bro, you got
I'm
size
muscle
on you
mass,
now.
yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
solid.
Mike was
muscle.
telling me to like work on my inner chest, some more dips. So today I did 100 dips. I'm kind of fucked up.
Jeez, those were probably fucked up.
Yeah, bro. He was just there. I was just watching. I was like, I need to fucking use
That's
that.
some,
bro. I've been
that's
all
some
day.
military shit, dude.
Yeah.
100 reps. I had to. It's
Yeah.
David Goggins too. Shout out David Goggins.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Boy changed my life and perspective on everything. So if you don't know who it is, check him out. I recommend him. Pretty soft ass motherfuckers.
I finished the book.
Which one? Second
Earlier
one?
today.
The
Yeah.
new one?
hmm
Do you like it?
Yeah. Same. I like the audiobooks because they're like podcasts. It's like a
Mhm.
very long podcast. But I think it got better towards the end.
Yeah.
Like I think at the beginning it was just kind of a lot of talking about a lot of stuff that you would hear already in the first book.
Does he use his voice or somebody else?
So it's somebody else reading it, and then after every chapter there's a reflection chapter with him and the person.
Oh shit.
So like a podcast talking back
oh
and forth.
shit. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's cool. That's cool.
There's a part in there where it's him and his mom talking
No
about like
shit.
everything. Yeah.
Shit.
But the ending got, I think it was a lot of what I liked from Can't Hurt Me, the ending. But
Maybe more into detail.
just more of the dark motivational shit.
Yeah.
I guess that's like, you know.
I got 2 more chapters to finish, though. Hopefully.
Did you say you have finished it? No.
This one's, yeah.
It's good. The ending's badass. But
You need to lend it to me when you finish it.
Yeah.
Read it.
I got you. I still have yours, the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
yeah, you don't want to do like any other stuff, like I don't know, outside of like powerlifting,
Powerlifting?
like events or like certain things
Nah.
that you're like,
Maybe like a CrossFit, like open, but I mean, it's already over.
yeah.
Probably like my old CrossFit goals, the ones I wrote down in my book.
Back in 2017,
So focus more on your coaching.
coaching.
Lose 20 more pounds.
Yeah.
Just a year of growth for you.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sounds like.
Mhm.
Right. Year of growth.
2023, dude. I
Year
feel like
of
it's gonna be a
growth.
good year.
Yeah. And
It's
then
been a
you
good
can-
year so far.
And then okay, so then when you get to that goal weight of yours, do you want to compete again?
Yeah. So once I reach my goal, obviously do a strength block, focus on there, and then see where I'm at. Hopefully beat my own numbers. I do feel stronger than I was heavier, like right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would translate.
Yeah, man.
So
Your mobility is gonna be a lot different too.
yeah, dude, fuck yeah.
Going down on the deadlift, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's gonna be a lot easier.
I go narrow on the deadlift too. I used to go a little wider, but like now I could.
That's what's up. That's dope,
You
dude.
had that strongman competitor.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Just grabbing it at the
It's
end.
like a fucking
fucking
snatch.
grip.
Get that neural stance like damn dog.
Oh no, he's gonna deadlift, guys. It's not a snatch.
Yeah, dude.
Goddamn.
But those strongmen are fucking huge in person.
Mm-hmm.
I asked one of the Pullman dudes, I was like, hey, can I get a selfie with you? He's like, oh, quick. Like, he seemed like kind of annoyed. I'm like, oh, quick smile.
Yeah, fuck.
That was dope. A lot of big name lifters.
All right, so I thought about this topic because I saw it the other day we were talking about it. I brought it up to you today. It was USAPL, right?
Yeah, like this part USAPL.
Yeah, USAPL. Are they thinking about bringing it back?
I don't
Or
know.
They're thinking about making it.
I think it's already a thing.
Oh, it's already a thing.
It's already a thing.
Okay.
I think it was like it was in court or something, no?
Some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Or with the board of USAPL or something. So this whole transgender thing and them being allowed to come into powerlifting and being whatever category they want to be in. It's something I talked to with my girl about, a lot of people, and to me, man, I think it's not. I don't think it's unfair. I don't think it's fair at all. Because for me, for example, if I had a daughter, she's number one. She goes to this meet. She knows she's gonna break some records. She knows she's gonna take first or whatever. She's been busting her ass on this prep, and then you have a transgender come in that was once a male, but now a female, considered they, right? Go into this category and take the whole category, take the whole meet, best lifter, first place in that weight class, which my daughter's in, I would be fucking pissed. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's like, what do you do? You know, like, so it's kind of like, I think it's unfair, man. I don't think it's fair. I don't think that's how it should be. I think they should have their own category so they can go against each other. Right? I think that's fair, right?
I agree, dude.
Like, they should have their own category to go against each other, and then there's no problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's no fucking problem. It's like, I went to one of my meets that I had, it was like that. It was a girl, I saw all the girls on one side, all the guys on one side. And then I saw a guy, but it was a they, and they went to the other side with the girls. I was like, what the fuck? Dude was stacked. Short but stacked. Jacked,
Hey.
dude. Got best lifter and took first place in that weight class.
That's fucked up.
And you see these other girls are beast. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, like, that sucks. That sucks. That fucking sucks. It's not fair. You know what I mean? I don't agree in it. I don't agree with it. I think it should be different. I think they should have their own fucking category.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Whoever voted this was crazy.
Like, what do y'all think?
I mean, I agree, dude. Whoever voted this is just, I don't know.
And I personally mean, my mom's married to a woman. My sister's gay. I have no issues with that. I think you can be whoever you want to be. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. I have no issues. I'm not against any of that. I'm just against the whole competitive part of it. It's not fair, man. Like, honestly, it's not fair. I love the sport, or any sport. You know what I mean? It'd be the same thing if it was weightlifting. You know what
It
I
has
mean?
been with weightlifting as well, right?
It was in the Olympics too.
Like, I don't think that shit's cool, man. I don't think that shit's
Swimming
cool
as
at all.
well, dude. It's everywhere. It's
It
kinda-
sucks because I think what you're gonna hear from people is like, figure it the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
that's gonna be their response. Is like,
Yeah.
kind of like the whole like, well, don't make excuses. You know, like you put in your work and hopefully you still.
And then
beat
those people are
so-and-so.
like, I did put in the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is where I'm supposed to be.
Yep.
You know, like, I worked for this shit in this weight class.
And
You know,
my
it's like-
gender, yeah.
In my gender, yeah.
My gender.
So if they're concerned about the genders, make their own fucking, you know,
Yeah, dude.
the transgender, male, female, easy as that.
Yeah, I look at it the same way, I guess, because if you look at people who are like, let's say they've been trained since they're kids, that's like their thing.
Mhm.
Maybe there's a guy who's been trained the sport the same way, but all of a sudden he, decides he feels better this way, and now he's competing against females, yet he's developed this whole strength.
Well, male.
Yeah, he's a guy, and now he's gonna go compete against females. Like, just no way, like let's say two people that train.
Mm-hmm.
You've been training, the girl's been training, and you're like, okay, let's test our 1 rep max. The same program.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's gonna take it.
Yeah.
No
If
debate.
it's the same program.
100%.
They followed everything to the T, everything the same nutrition, whatever. The guy's gonna take it. So there's no way the girl's gonna
Mm-hmm.
outbeat the guy.
Yeah, dude. This.
So
And don't get me wrong, there's some strong ass females out there.
Oh fuck yeah.
There really is some strong ass females out there, but even some of the biggest, strongest females can come into a male category and get whooped. You know? So it's like, there's always that other advantage, you
Of
know?
course, dude, but-
Putting a guy with the girls, it's just totally different.
Yeah.
It's just totally different, dude.
it's to do.
And that's
weird
why,
stuff.
I think, is that why they have like 2 different platforms, a male and a female platform?
Mhm.
Yeah, the meets, right? That's probably why, because they gotta change more weight on one side, and then change as much on the other side.
Yeah.
Or it could be something else, but I'm just saying, like, I just think that it should be the way it is,
Mhm.
you know?
And the crazy thing is, I don't think I've seen those issues happen with. Maybe because it doesn't need to happen. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen issues like that come up with, like, transgender girls from, like, male to boys. But at the same time, it's like, well, because no, the game's not even fair for you either.
From
the guys are
females
just
to
gonna
girls,
win.
or
Yeah, from, like, if it's a guy, transition
girl.
to be a boy
Mhm.
or a man. You're not gonna win and compete against an actual male.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just, maybe that's why you don't see a lot of conflict on this side,
Yeah.
and it's just mainly on the other side. But
That's true.
From guy going to girl.
yeah, I would.
It's
I would
just
say
a
it still
competitive
needs,
nature.
it needs, still needs to be its own category.
Yeah.
But like,
Just be more
That-
fair, man. I mean,
that
I
we
would
live through that a lot,
enjoy
right?
I would enjoy watching it, like watching them compete, going against each other. You know what I mean? Like, just like anything else. You know, it's just more
but
fair.
what if they're keeping it there for that purpose too? To be like, oh, this is gonna make it entertaining.
Or
I
it's
think,
gonna get more
I
people.
think that's the way of the world now, man. Everything's fucking entertaining. I think they're doing it, yeah, for a reason. Because if obviously people are talking about it,
People are
gets
gonna
people
get
talking.
like, what do they call it? When it's like even like bad attention is good attention, or what is it? What are they?
Yeah,
is
it's
it
just
they
true.
say?
It's exactly
yeah,
what you
dude.
said.
Any
Yeah.
attention's
Cloud,
fucking-
dude. It's just fucking cloud. It's just
Cloud chasing.
Yeah.
cloud chasing, you know.
So I don't know, bro. I don't
You know?
agree with it, but
It's
To
like
each
us
their
talking
own.
about this on this fucking podcast. You know, people are like, oh shit, like they're talking about that topic. You know, it's simple as that. And then people are gonna watch and just see what we have to say. And them putting that out there on a fucking post is like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
so now everybody has something to say about that, you know, and then it gets more people interested in the sport and blah blah blah, and then more people get to talking. It's like this whole Russ Swole and fucking
The whole
Joey Flex
situation.
situation. You know what I mean? Like, crazy, man. But I've never seen the sport talked about so much.
No,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, it's getting back up there now.
Hope- yeah.
Because it wasn't like this.
I think it's especially in strength sports that you
Yeah.
see it like pop up a lot.
Yeah, I just don't.
Cause it's
think
everywhere,
that's-
dude. It's on TikTok, Instagram. Some motherfucker lifting some heavy ass weight. People like that shit.
Isn't it crazy, bro? All the young cats that are strong, these 14-year-olds, these 15-year-olds, fucking lifting all
Crazy
this
numbers,
weight, bro. Fuck, strong ass
I don't know
motherfuckers,
what
dude.
these kids are eating nowadays, bro.
Yeah, dude, for real. These kids are strong as shit.
Bunch of
You said
Sarm Skittles. 'Cause
Sarm Skittles.
you showed me a video of some 18-year-old apparently that looked like a 30-year-old.
oh,
I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, I mean, all the
Sorry,
guys at the
Carlos.
Arnold, all the strongmen were like 27,
They're young.
28,
Fucking
26,
looking
the
older.
they,
bro.
they don't look that age, bro.
They look like they're fucking 40.
Yeah.
You know? Like, goddamn, bro. Big motherfuckers, too. Like, fuck.
So like today, was it this morning? I think it was this morning. There's this guy from Russia. Like he's from Ukraine. I follow him a lot. His name's Oleksiy,
Alexi.
and he was like a medalist in the Olympics back in. It was a while back. I don't know which Olympics it was. But anyways, he does like the same type of power drink that I do. But the dude can like get like 585 over. It's like 615,
bro.
You know, and it's like he says maybe like I think supposedly his body weight's like at 230. But like let's be real, like somebody throwing around 600 over their head,
That's insane,
like
bro.
it's just it's like it's just not natural. Like it's not like it's
Fucking crazy.
like 600 over your head at like 230 pounds. It just doesn't happen.
That's a lot, bro.
And he's on a live with this girl, and the girl asked him straight up, like, "Hey, like, so did you take stuff, blah blah blah, this and that?"
Are you on the sauce, bro?
And he's like, "Yeah, I took some when I was competing, but because I guess now there's more research or whatever, and they retested a lot of samples from that they had back in the day, and he popped." And he's like, "It's part of the sport. Like, it just is what it is." And it's like, well, it's true. Like, at those high levels, like, people are doing it.
That's what we're talking
How
about
are
earlier,
they
too.
getting away with it? Like, who knows? But,
Hey,
you
man.
know,
So, Lil Birdie told me, from what I've been listening to, is it's called test suspension, right? So, test suspension goes into your system and it comes right out. So,
Wait,
it's
what
was that something you take or what?
It's a test. It's a type of testosterone. But with this testosterone, it comes in your system and it comes right out. So these motherfuckers are able to take this shit, you know, throughout prep. And then as soon as the prep's coming over, I'm assuming that they jump off of it. They keep that strength that they have at that moment, compete, you know what I mean? And if you notice, a lot of these lifters, you know, like they lift all this heavy shit in the gym, all this heavy, these big ass fucking crazy numbers, you know what I mean? And then they go into the meet for USAPL or whatever, these natty lifters, and
It's
they don't
almost like they played a safe.
and they don't lift any of those numbers that they lift in the gym. So like it's almost like they're playing with what they have at that moment because it's still gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
So-
almost like as long as it's a comp PR.
Yeah, it's comp PR. This is what I hit in the gym, and this is what I hit at the fucking meet. And then after the meet, it's like a whole post of like injury or something that happened
Yeah.
because of this certain number didn't go up,
Some
but I still
excuse.
PR'd and I still got a gold. You know what I mean? Like it's like all right, you know. So
We'll save that for the next meet
Yeah,
coming
dude.
up.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy how they do it. 'Cause-
No, and they do that in weightlifting, bro. Like if you see in weightlifting, sometimes when people go for like national, like world records, it's just about like a kilo. And you see that, and it's like, bro, this dude have way more in him. And
That's
it's like
crazy.
that looks super easy, and it's like they don't need to do it. Do it next Olympics.
That's so smart.
you know,
That's so fucking.
Keeps them in the
crazy.
game.
Yeah, it's true. Doesn't overdo it to where they're like, oh, we need to check this
No.
guy.
Yeah, or keeps them in the game with sponsors. You know,
Yeah,
whatever
totally.
they're doing that's making it a career, and
Yeah.
it's like, all right, well, it's different. It's a different game at that level.
Yeah.
But like me, for example, like I go to the Arnold, and I'm still in the C section of like everybody. I'm going there to fucking full send as best as I can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move up.
And when people saw you, they think you're on the juice or what?
Nah,
This big ass
I was
fucking
telling
weightlifter.
Gibbs, there were some pretty like dudes that were pretty stocky.
Some.
But then there was also a lot of dudes who like they don't look like they lift, and you're just kind of like, oh shit, like this dude can still throw away some. He can move.
Your
He
boy.
can move. He can move some weight,
Yeah.
or like leverage the weight in a good way that he gets fucking under it. Yeah, it was. But okay, but he still looks like he lifts at least.
Who?
Like I'm.
Oh, are we talking about the same guy?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah.
No, we are.
You can
Yeah.
tell like there's some people who look like okay, this guy looks like he works out,
Yeah.
and then there's like guys that you were like
You wouldn't expect the fucking thing
like that. He's like, oh yeah, I compete in weightlifting.
Yeah,
Like, you would just be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the fuck's that guy's name? Bald headed, big beard. The guy that I had met, that we had met here at this meet.
Oh, Harley, he was there.
Hey,
I didn't
bro.
even know he was
He
there,
fucking killed it, bro. Fuck.
bro. He was. They made. I was gonna send you some memes. That there's this whole memes dedicated to like John,
Oh,
and I'm
Talking
not
shit?
gonna go there yet. But like, 'cause
Damn.
he's not with John anymore.
oh
He-
no shit.
He hasn't been with John for like a year or two.
Did you say why?
But like basically the meme was that like John put the other guy that he had competed in the same class like in the same like pretty much playing the numbers to fight against the other guy's numbers,
To compete against each other.
but it backfired on this other guy. Like the other guy still hit good numbers. He was a strong dude.
But Harley fucking.
But Harley like
blew him out the
took it.
water.
Yeah.
He's fucking
But
strong.
Harley, yeah, that dude has always been strong. I don't know.
Dude, he almost did 425 over his fucking head
Oh,
with a snatch, bro.
fuck.
And the
bro.
thing, and he came back from like some injuries too. Like he had like surgery in his knee, I think, and like it was,
I remember
don't know,
one,
it
the
was
last
crazy,
thing
bro.
I ever heard him say. I met him that one time. He just looked at Rogelio. He was like, "I'll just tell you one thing. Just stay consistent with it. Just stay consistent with it, dude. It'll work." I'm like, "Fuck, he's fucking
No.
strong."
Yeah, dude.
I was like, "Damn." Deadlifts a lot too. Like he does all the basic movements too. I've been seeing some of those videos. Like his sumo is fucking pulling. Yeah, dude, he's fucking strong.
Yeah, last time I checked, he was with you know who Garage Strength is.
I don't.
So he trains a bunch of like different sports guys. He was training with him, but I don't know if he's still training with them or he's just doing his own training. But yeah, I didn't even know he was there, and I saw his post, and then I saw that meme, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this dude fucking.
So
went
where's
off.
the next big meet at? The ones you're saying with the whole like series and shit. Where's the next one at?
The one that I would have to go to finals is not till December. Like they're not even in order.
Okay. Do you know where it would be at?
Like what?
Like where it would be at? Like
Location?
no.
Shit, I think the last time it was in Canada.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Canada?
there was one that was like in Canada.
What the fuck?
I don't
Isn't your buddy Aaron doing Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I think he's doing Puerto Rico.
Jeez.
Yeah, weightlifting's, I don't know, dude. It's a different. I guess because it's more international. That's a whole different.
It's a whole different beast, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I signed up for Gods of Iron on July 29th.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, dude. I was looking up the stuff too for the meet after that, which is like the nationals or whatever. And it's like a North American championship or some shit like that. So that'd be something to look at too when we get into
When's that in like November?
the next year.
Oh, the next year.
Yeah.
So, I guess kind of like talking about how like I was asking Gibbs. Do you see yourself just like always just sticking with powerlifting? Like, let's say you were 35, 40, I don't know. Like, do you see yourself, like, only challenging your body through, like, weightlifting and, like, doing, like, powerlifting preps?
Nah, man. I definitely see myself stopping competing around that age, like 35. And then, like, I've always said it, and like, this is things that I've never told people, but like, I've talked to Cleo about it, she hates it, but when I was like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, like, I was in boxing for like 2 years, and my mom and dad got divorced, so I wasn't able to like continue that. I ended up going into like middle school, playing football and all that shit. So something I would like to do is to like get into boxing, learn about the sport, you know what I mean? Get that technique down to knock that off of my list, you know what I mean? To see how that could go at
Yeah,
35
dude.
years old, just to see, you know what I mean?
To me, even just for, like, good conditioning,
Yeah,
bro.
good
like,
conditioning,
learn-
challenge myself a little bit, because
It's fun too.
it's one of those things like when you grow up and you don't get to finish that, you know, you're a young kid, you liked it, you loved it, but it's not your choice, you know, you have no power of that. So now I got older, I got into football, other things, started
Yeah.
loving that, then forgot all about it. But now that I'm older, I'm like, man, like I would love to try that again. You know what I mean? And more of like the MMA style of things, like get to know that sport, see what it's all about, learn something new as far as that goes. But
Your favorite fighter, Nate Diaz?
Nick, hell yeah, bro.
Some savages.
But you won't see me running no fucking 5Ks and shit, though. I'll
No?
tell you that.
No.
Nah, I'll be running no 5Ks.
I think ever since I read the
Yeah.
David Goggins book 2,
I love rucking, though.
that
Rucking's
stuff's
my
always
shit.
in my head.
Rucking's
That stuff's
my
always
shit.
in my head.
Yeah, rucking's my shit. The whole running part, like, nah. But I love to ruck, though. Ruck's
Running
cool.
hurts.
Yeah, rucking's cool.
But that's the thing though. Like, I think that's why, like, it's not even about like the physical of it. It's like I want to push myself here.
Yeah, like finding
you
ways
know?
to challenge yourself mentally.
That's
And-
what I'm
I
doing
think
with
that's why
the
the
burpees.
Mancons and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
it's-
all that stuff.
Helps a lot.
like I want to do because like it's like cool. I'm not gonna like maybe it kind of like affects you over here a little bit, but it's like fuck. But it's doing so good to me like up here, like
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
consistently breaking different barriers and shit.
You know, I've been doing a lot of burpees every day, whatever bullshit. So my goal, big time goal, is to do 500 burpees in an hour. So that's why I'm doing the
challenge.
weightless burpees.
Jeez.
So
Hell yeah, man.
I'm prepping for that. Hopefully by the summer. So 500 in an hour. So I did do at least like 6 on the minute.
Well,
So,
yeah, I
so
was
that's
literally.
why, like,
Well, Charlie, after this fuck, I actually might not end up meeting the guy today. I told him I was gonna meet him at 8:30.
for what?
I was gonna go buy a watch again from someone.
A watch?
Yeah.
Bitch, to sell it back again?
I was gonna. That's why I'm gonna buy it. That's why I'm gonna buy it from someone, dude. So that
You're gonna flip it.
no, because I always get a watch and
But
I
you're gonna
sell
get it used, so you don't
Yeah.
buy for so much.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like I won't. So like the first watch I ever had was a Garmin, and I would use it for the runs when I was prepping for the military. And then I sold it because I got another one that was more expensive.
Yeah.
But then I was like, fuck, this is too expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing this. So I returned it. And then I got an Apple Watch. Same thing, I returned it. Got another Apple Watch that I couldn't return, so I just sold it.
What the fuck, bro?
But now I'm like, cool, I want one. And I'm like, I'm gonna get one from someone. I'm gonna play it smart. But, so I was thinking, like, crap, like, I wanna do something conditioning wise. And I kinda wanna follow that Josh Bridges program. It's like a strength and endurance program. And it's for 50 days. A prep towards still strength training combined with running and some like conditioning workouts, like CrossFit workouts, but preparing for a half marathon.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, I think I just want to do that for my birthday, like just fucking knock it out.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Say I did it, and then go back to just like,
Weightlifting.
yeah.
You know, what's that guy's name? You always say I look like him. Tactical.
Tactical. Tony. Yeah.
Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him there.
He was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I've watched him for a long time, and I've always been interested in that, like, tactical training.
Yeah, dude.
Like, to learn that. Like, that would be so dope, too, you know?
They have that. They
After-
have the tactical games.
Yeah, the tactical games. Like,
Jeez.
after retiring from all this shit, like, doing something like that. You know what I mean? To keep me in the game like that, still aggressive. You know,
Makes it
being
fun.
able to move the way he moves at his age, like, that's sick. I think that's
yeah.
sick. He's not going to fucking war, but he's training like he's going to war, and I think that's dope.
That's- yeah, dude.
That's dope, dude. And to be able to promote it the way he does, that's sick too. That's cool.
I think that's like, in a way, what attracted me to law enforcement and all that.
And
at
he's still in
first.
the gym, like lifting heavy shit and doing what he loves. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like he's a retired power lifter that's just doing tactical training, you know. And I think that's dope. That's pretty cool, man.
He would just switch his focus every now and then.
Yeah.
More lifting, less of the other stuff, or more of the other stuff, less lifting.
Yeah, the main goal is to just be able to still have some size and look big, but be like agile, being able to
Yeah.
fucking move. You see Big Boy out here doing fucking backflips and shit.
Yeah.
You know, him moving like that. Like big guys like that, it's badass to see that. So it would be nice to be big like that, but to be athletic still and be able
Yeah.
to move, you know, healthy.
The only thing is that now, like, I look at little things, like places, like things like that, right? Events that require more from you. And I'm like, you really have to create a plan for that. Like,
Yeah.
if I were to sign up for an Ironman right now, dude, like, I need to not just give myself the time, but the money to prep up for something like that, because those things are fucking expensive.
No shit.
Like, I think a sign up, it's like $800.
What the-
Would you ever do like a Spartan?
Yes.
Spartan race?
Spartan race look fun.
Yeah, that shit looks dope.
Yeah. I want to do one of those high rocks ones.
When's the
For
Spartan?
fun.
When do they have those, the Spartan races?
Like
I have one-
May?
I think there's one next month here.
Yeah.
One of my clients was saying about it. Well, Juan was telling us about he wants to do
Like a rookie.
it's a ruck march
Mm.
for fallen law enforcement officers.
When?
But
Like last May.
it's like the end of the
May.
no, it's the end of the
April?
March.
Is it
It's
March?
at the end of March.
Oh shit.
But it's a partner one, so it's only 4 miles each. And I was like, shit, dude, I was like, let them know if civilians can do it, I'll fucking jump in. I was like, I'm not doing shit right now. Just put on my boots, run for 4 miles. I was like, that's nothing. But there's one in New Mexico called the Baton Death March.
And how far are they walking?
It's 2 miles total, but it's only 4 miles of like, because it's in teams of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, teams of 4. But there's one in New Mexico it's a Baton Death March. It's 26 miler,
Of just rookie and shit.
just rucking,
26
How many
Like-
pounds on your back?
50. Yeah. I'm like, but that sounds like
Oh yeah, that's
this,
all.
dude.
That's
Like,
a mind game, baby.
you're gonna be talking.
to your head, bro.
I'm like, you better just get ready to have some conversations with yourself.
Yeah, learn more about
Yeah.
yourself.
Fuck.
That's I don't know. To me, that stuff like that like sounds cool, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like just like cool, boom, I did that.
Any of y'all play football? You play football in high school?
Just like freshman, sophomore year.
Did you?
I was in
Did you or no?
No.
Dude, I had a badass coach in my off season. He was a strength and conditioning coach. He passed away. Rest in peace. Woodall. His name was Wood. Called him the Wood.
Coach Wood?
Bro, motherfucker, dude. Like, put us through some Goggin shit in off season, bro. Every year, bro. Mental shit, dude. And I was that guy, like, fucking ready to go. Like, telling him to push us more. Like, you can't smoke a rock, motherfucker. Like, push me. Let's go. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I've always loved that shit, dude. So like coming into life right now, it's like shit. You know, whatever
Yeah,
gets
dude.
thrown at you, it's like let's go. Just fucking do it. It's like high school. That motherfucker challenged me, bro, and he got me ready for this shit. Like that dude, shit. I posted him a few times ago. We was talking and shit, but yeah, man. I could say that high school 2 days and strength and conditioning and all that shit really
Helped
fucking
you
prepared
who
me
you
for this.
are.
Because he would set us up just like the military. We'd fucking line up, hand here, hand on our side. If we fucked up at all, like foot placement wasn't right, we were fucked. Get off my fucking sidewalk. Oh shit. All right. Yeah, dude. All kinds of shit. Bro. It was hardcore, sore for weeks, but he got us ready though, mentally.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah, shit like that. Seriously, dude.
Fuck
2
yeah,
days
dude.
was the shit, but I was always excited for it. I was that difference maker, dude, because I lived with my cousin, so I was the one from Corpus, the kid
Yeah.
from Corpus. So I was like, I'm not gonna let these guys let me look like a bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Goggins, he talks about it a little bit there towards like the end where he's like, man, like people are always kind of like giving me shit for like, oh, you're doing this, now you're doing this, now you're doing this. And he's like, well, motherfucker, it's in my head. He's like, if it's in my head for me to try it, like I'm just gonna fucking try it.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's gonna keep fucking haunting me.
Mhm.
He's like, so I want to try and be a Navy SEAL. I'm gonna go fucking try and be a Navy SEAL. He's like, I want to try and be a firefighter. Go try and be a firefighter. So I feel like I need to be an EMT. I'm gonna go try and be that. He's like, run this, cycle this. It's like, it's in my fucking head. It's like, I gotta get it out.
Yep.
He's like,
Same thing at the Arnold. Remember when we were running at that fucking with the backpacks?
mm-hmm. Well, little
Nah,
things, dude.
And I fucking, they're making fun of me apparently. Like Sierra and Juan, like they're laughing at me because I was like tripping and shit on it.
Have you been on one of those?
What?
The assault runners?
Those are ass,
Oh, when
bro.
you're fucking sprinting?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
with the
haven't.
fucking on your back, like 44 pounds on your back.
Nah.
So the
Yeah,
the Air Force guys had him there, right? But basically, those things, you walk on them, but the way they're set is to like help you like make your stride better, like correct your
Yeah.
stride.
It's at an angle like a bowl.
Yeah, but the thing is, as soon as you start going faster, your body starts to scoot over more towards the
Front.
front,
So you
which
feel
means
like
you
you're-
start going faster without actually kind of wanting to.
Yeah.
So you gotta like allow your body to like.
It's moving. You gotta let the machine control it.
You gotta let the machine put you in the like where
Right
it wants
spread.
your stride to be,
Yeah.
and then you decide, okay, like I need to go with it.
Now you just sink.
Yeah, but if you don't find it, you're like, what the fuck? And then because we didn't even I didn't know at first, but they put weight on our backs. They put like a sandbag to run with. You just had to do it for 60 seconds, but the further you went, you got like a score.
Oh shit.
So I did it, and so Gibbs like, yeah, try it out. He puts the thing on his back, starts sprinting, but right away he starts taking off. And
like,
he's
oh.
like, oh fuck.
Stumbling, bro.
And he just kept doing it, and he would like stop and like grab on. And so we're like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, dude, it looks
No
like
joke.
a regular, it
It's
looks
no
like
joke.
a regular treadmill, but
no joke.
it's not fucking easy.
So the next day, at
Oh,
the
yeah.
gym, I did it again. I ran a mile with it, but at the gym with the little sandbag on my back. Because they were making fun of me. I'm not gonna let that happen. I was like, motherfuckers, I'm gonna run a mile with this bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, it's on your mind, dude. It's on your
Gotta get
fucking
it
head.
out.
Yeah.
Whatever works, you know, whatever gets that mental strong, hardens it, dude. Do it. Fucking do it.
And everybody like makes fun of like.
And that could be the
making
simplest
David
thing. It could be the
Goggins.
simplest thing of fucking getting up in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Mhm.
You know, little things like
I've
that
been
is a
learning
good
that
start.
shit, dude. I'm like, fuck.
Like getting up in the morning, fixing your fucking bed, little shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
Makes a fucking difference. You know,
That's right.
it's different living with a female now, believe it or not, because it's like some things I'm kind of like, well, I don't have to do that, because she'll do it, you know. And then some days she doesn't do it. She's like, "Why didn't you do it?" And I'm like, "Fuck, you're right. Like I'm getting kind of lazy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?" And then I gotta fix that because it's like that's not how I usually
Yeah.
work. When I was living by myself, it was like doing all my shit, like all my shit. No one has to do it, but you know, you start living with somebody, it's a little different.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, man.
How do you feel, man? You gonna move in with Sierra soon?
We're hoping to. We started looking at houses already, but it's gonna. I have to wait a little bit. I gotta pay off some stuff.
Yeah.
Pay off some stuff, and then hopefully by the end of the year, that would be my goal to get it done. And if it doesn't happen at the end of the year, then probably just like an apartment or something beginning of next year.
Y'all talking to any realtors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good
But
ones?
it's just well, they're the ones that who built my parents' house.
Oh, okay, cool.
And who got my sister into her house.
Badass.
So they've been very helpful, but the thing is like it's not like when you go get a car, that like they will help you out with this car. This is what you qualify for. Like you may qualify for a house, but then every house has like a slightly different like way it works. Like this house, we help you out with the down payment, but the payments is high. No, this house, we don't help you out with the down payment,
Yeah.
but the payment's a little bit cheaper. Or this house, we help you out with both things.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like getting an apartment.
There's-
Because different.
I don't know.
We just got approved for our apartment at Alamo Ranch,
Mm-hmm.
and we were shopping around, and like everyone, you know, at this time of the year, some have get you 2 months free, or you're 1 month free, no down payment, you're good, you know. And then there's some that have it, and then there's some that don't. Well, we end up fucking going for the one that doesn't have the deal, but it has a good price on the month, you know?
Okay.
Because we were trying to get out of our apartment because we don't want to fucking be there anymore, even though we have 1 month left, and pay that month, but have the month free at the other apartment.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like get the 1 month deal, 1 month free, get into this one, not have to pay it, just pay the deposit, and then pay this 1 month at the fucking one we want to leave. Didn't work out that way. But yeah, it's like apartments, dude. Like everywhere you go is different deals. And you're like, I don't want that.
So I feel like to a degree there might not be like a perfect time for it, but I just know that I would at least want
But it is
to.
a house, dude. I mean, that's a big,
Yeah.
that is still different. Like, you want it to be the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure your girl has her ways that she wants things to.
Yeah, that's the thing too. But I don't know, dude. I'm kind of I don't mind like. I've been pretty frugal, I think. This ever since I started like working on like building something or like
Yeah.
a business.
Yeah.
So I feel like I wouldn't even. There's some houses that literally look like apartments, and I'm like, I wouldn't even care if that's
That's how
It
I
like
am,
that.
bro. I'm the same way.
I'm not even gonna be there half the damn time.
But your girl doesn't want that, does she?
Well, there's little things. The fucked up thing about it too is like I'm pretty sure apartments are the same way. Is that they also look a certain way in photos, but you show up to see them in person,
They do not look that.
and yeah,
Unless you're moving into like a fucking new apartment complex, it's brand new. Like the one that we're moving is brand new, so it looked like that. But this one we're in right now, it didn't fucking look.
Yeah.
You know, but we were on our last fucking bed. We were like, let's do it. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Because for me, I'm like, it's small, but it works. We
Yeah.
can deal with this for 6 months. You know, or 12 months, whatever.
yeah. So like I don't really care, but like there was a lot of stuff that like we were finding out. Like I want to go look at this very small house, and the back door to the back room, right, was if we all need to go to the backyard, we have to go through the main bedroom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like if we're like, hey, yeah, let's go. We're gonna do barbecue. Let's go. Let's
Fuck
go to the
out.
back.
Everybody come to my room.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
everybody has to go through your room.
Fuck that, dude.
So it was just like a very small house.
And those are things you can change, but at the same time, do you want to waste money? Do you want to put money into
Yeah.
that to
Yeah.
change that?
just like little things like that. Like we're like, maybe I could just spend a little bit more, find one that at least has that face. Or like the backyards. Like I don't know how the fuck they make it look super big, but the backyard view will be like
Fucking zoom
the
in,
size
bro.
from like here to like where you're at.
What the fuck?
Like it's just like a little fucking
Yeah.
like fence right there.
I feel like if you're getting like your dream home and like you actually just love the foundation of the crib and you want to change some things and you have money to do it, do it.
Yeah.
But if it's your
Yeah.
first house, nah,
Yeah.
fuck no.
Like-
You want something that already has everything you need, like doesn't need to be crazy either, but it works,
And I'm not trying to be picky either, right? Like, oh, we're like, hey, bitch, well, at the same time, it's not like you're rich. You can't be super picky, but there's the little things that, okay, well, at the end of the day, I am paying for this.
Yeah,
At least let me, like, get this fixed or whatever.
yeah, for sure.
So, I think we'll do it right. It's just, right now, I'm like, let me just pay off this other stuff so that when that happens, I can be like, okay, like,
It's exciting though, man. I mean, fucking, you said 7 years, right? Y'all been together?
yeah.
Shit, man.
So, I think for sure it's gonna happen this year. So, I think that's just gonna be, like, the biggest
She ready for that too?
priority. Yeah, I would say so.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
That's badass.
I would say we've both been wanting to do it. It's just setting up the finances in the right place.
Mhm.
But
Adult shit.
yeah,
Adult shit no
Life.
one wants to do.
life stuff.
Life stuff, man.
That's why I'm like, it's not all just about being an athlete.
For sure. I agree. For sure. But, well, I think that concludes, right?
Yeah.
Good little conversation. Back to the Arnold and how we've been overall, right? Episode 2, man. Done with. All right. You're still getting to know all three of us. I think this was a solid one. Get to hear a couple things, couple different topics.
This one was a little longer.
This
too.
one was a little longer.
It's all good.
Stay tuned for much more, man. Cheers again. Last cheers here. The Core
Cheers.
Project, episode
Cheers,
3,
guys.
coming soon.
I'm ready for another one.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And share.
I always thank y'all for watching.
Oh, yeah. That was solid, dude.